All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have making his way to the ring now, Larry Johnson, sporting a record of 0-1. He's got the slight adrenaline dump going from having watched his girlfriend lose a decision earlier in the evening as well. But it'll be interesting to see how this fight unfolds.
Larry Johnson. What can you say about Larry Johnson other than he's a handsome man? He's got his wits about him. Used to go by Larry Johannesburg on social media. I don't know why. But he's an interesting cat. I always like him. He's funny. He really wants to be a fighter. He's one of those guys, you can see the dream and desire is there. He's, changed physically a ton, been working out a lot. I think he was always the skinny guy. That was always him, and he's been trying to change that and build some confidence and really dedicate himself to training. I don't know if he's done that yet. That last part, I don't know if he's really done it. But
well, he's fighting a fighter who does train here in Julius Perdue, making his walk out to the old John Denver Classic here.
Julius Perdue is a guy who's, people used to laugh at him, but nobody's laughing anymore. Yeah. He's a guy who's been in there doing work, traveling. His last fight was in Oklahoma City. Came out to this song. The whole crowd was singing it. It was a really cool viral moment he had. He's living his dream. He's a guy who, like I say, people were kind of cynical about him in this sport, but he's got no quit in him. I think he's on a pretty decent win streak now.
He's got a winning record here as he enters into this bout.
4-3. Up against Larry, who's 0-1. He's got a lot more experience.
And I will tell you that whenever you go, if you've ever traveled to a foreign country and you say you're from West Virginia, they won't know where West Virginia is, but they will know this song.
One thing that's interesting, everybody was singing it in Oklahoma City. Everybody was all into it. I look around here and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, and we're very unimpressed in West Virginia.
Nobody cares.
The only time I hear people in West Virginia sing it is drunk college kids.
Who aren't from West Virginia.
This is a catchweight bout at 145 pounds, 3 rounds, 2 minutes. Fighting out of the red, the blue corner from Chapmanville, West Virginia, fighting for the second time, Larry Johnson.
It's Macho time, fighting out of the red corner, hailing from the Wheaties.
Fighting out of the Wheaties factory.
Keith No's got to be the announcer at every event, I think.
He's almost as funny as Charles Whitehead. But Charles doesn't mean to be funny. That's what's better about Charles. Larry coming out with some quick punches there, and he's a lot longer than Julius.
Yeah, he's landing that long jab. He's trying to throw a 2 over the top, too. Good head movement to get on the inside from Julius Perdue. Perdue's trying to get inside, make it a dirty fight. He's felt that length.
Julius tries to slip that jab now.
Yep, he's making some adjustments on the reads he's seen thus far. He's getting inside, making it a dirty battle. And he's landing the more effective hooks on the inside whenever they're in tight.
Nice, and he's slipping that jab now. He's reading the jab well. Slips away from that left hook.
Lands a nice jab to the body of his own in that exchange as well.
And it's interesting. Julius has come a long way with Redneck Brawl, but he started his journey right here at New Line. It's the first time we've seen him back in quite a while.
We see him, he's landing that jab to the body and throwing a right hand after it. He's not really turning the right hand over, though. It's kind of turning into like a
ridge hand.
Yeah. Oh, nice jab to the body, though, by Julius Perdue.
And Larry's already slowing down. We're not seeing that same snap on his punches.
Yeah, I think Perdue made the adjustments to slip into the inside, making it a dirty fight, and I think that's starting to wear on Larry Johnson as he lands a clubbing left hook over the top with Julius Perdue.
The thing about Larry is he's being a little bit too predictable. He's predictable with his jab, and Julius starts to read it. Now he's becoming predictable with that left hook.
Oh, and there's that clubbing right hand that lands after the jab to the body from Julius Perdue.
Julius, the biggest thing he needs to do here is stay more active than Larry. I think if he can do that, he can wear Larry down.
You see a nice jab there by Perdue again. Slip to the outside of that jab of Larry Johnson.
And you see Larry Johnson chewing on that mouth guard already.
That's pretty close around, but I think I would favor Julius Perdue there slightly, 10-9. What would you think, Elijah?
I think he led the dance, and he probably outlanded him. Larry had his moments there. He had that first stiff jab of the fight, I think, was the best shot he landed. A couple left hooks, but I think Julius was leading the dance there, controlling the fight.
I agree.
He's quitting.
Oh, wow. Larry Johnson's
going to quit on the stool here.
Looks like those jabs to the body did their job.
And we saw he was getting tired and slowing down, but I didn't expect this.
Yeah, that's unfortunately something that we see a lot on some of these people earlier in their careers.
Larry's a guy, we've seen him a couple times here, and, he's a guy I consider a friend, and if he were listening, I would tell him this is a wake-up call, that you got to work hard in this sport. You can't be half-assed, and I think that's something he's always struggled with, and he knows it. Pretty self-aware guy. I think he's learned, if he hasn't learned tonight, that he's going to have to actually dedicate himself to this sport if he wants to compete. Then it might be the end of the road.
Well, and that's part of one of the big pieces of being a fighter and having a good team is that you face moments of adversity in the gym, right? If you're in a good gym, you're going to be getting hurt in the gym, and you know what that feels like. You know what it feels like to get hurt and get tired and keep coming out for 2, 3, 4 more rounds after that.
And we see that with Julius. He's gaining experience, being in there, doing it.
Gentlemen, we have a winner at the end of the first round due to retirement. Your winner from the red corner, the Macho Man, Julius Perdue. Julius.
Macho Man! Oh, he took my shoe! My friend, we've not seen you at New Line in a while. You've been making a name for yourself. You've been having a blast, living your dream. How does it feel to get back here and get the win?
I just want to prove to everyone I'm just not no redneck brawl fighter. I do this too. I'm on a 4-fight win streak in this. So I'm not just no redneck brawl fighter. And guess what? It's Macho time, baby! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for...